Okay, hello everyone, I'm Mika the Shadowbeast, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing Your Boyfriend once again. I don't know what we're doing today, but we're doing something. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll just be a massive bitch to everyone. It's me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going in blind. Yeah, okay. We know all this. I think we've seen the beginning of day one enough.
Whoa, hey, take it easy. It's just me.
Yes, it's just you. Maybe we'll try and be friends, but not like friends, you know? Just nice friends. Yes, I'm jumpy. He's got a squished little face. Yep, he's creepy, alright. Okay. Sitting alone, scooches closer.
Look, I know this is sudden. Very sudden. But may I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
Okay. Yes, blah blah blah, he's weird.
Well, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't that why you're here?
My boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend, I'm single. Single, not so ready to mingle. Let's see. No. I thought that I would normally try to at least attempt to be polite, and when I tone down someone's advance, but the stranger's presumptuousness makes my skin crawl. Sits there for a moment with a firm stare before pulling his hand away and a reluctant retreat. Oh, I see. I think that I'm getting mixed messages from you. I mean, it doesn't make much sense for you to come here and then not want me. Standing up, let's try and leave. Where are you going? Stares back at me from the bench, but I can't read his expression. It is a tempest of mixed emotions, and none of them are as positive or playfully awkward as when I first met him. It's getting late. I'm going to head home. I lied. I glanced over my shoulder to find the nearest path out of the park and to the nearest public street. Oh, well, maybe I can walk you home then. No! Thank you. Look, it's nothing personal, but you're coming off as kind of creepy. I'm not really that comfortable around you. He rubs his arm awkwardly. Creepy, but I love. Sorry, I have to go. I cut him off and start walking away, occasionally looking over my shoulder. I don't want him creeping up on me while my back was turned. He never moves. He just sits there with a forlorn look on his face and stares quietly at the ground. I wander around the city a little bit more, visiting places I normally wouldn't visit. Ugh, my paranoia has got me looking over my shoulder, wondering if he might still be looking somewhere behind me. I don't know, maybe I am overthinking things. But who knows, some guy who presumes that he's your boyfriend before either of you even know each other's names is probably not the most psychologically healthiest of people, are they? Yeah, that's creepy enough to want him my cold shoulder. Still, the way I left him behind like that was making me feel like maybe I was a jerk. Look at the doggy. I come across the local florist shop that I remember passing on a few of my downtown walks. Yes, I think we know about this one, so why not? Okay, we're in. Blah blah blah. Plants! Flowers! That's quite a lovely thing. Still some thorns, hand brushed against mine, jerked it away quickly. It's him! That man from the park beams upon seeing me and gives me a smile before pulling the rose out. Didn't know you shop here too. I don't! I say, startled by his presence. The man then gestures to me with a finger over his lips. Shh, it's a small shop, there's no need to raise your voice. His comment rubs me the wrong way, but I try to compose myself. Did you follow me here? I whisper harshly, unsure if crossing paths with him again was pure coincidence or if I needed to worry about him after all. What? Of course not. He looks a little hurt by my accusation. I come here almost every day, you know. Uh-oh. Was I really being a dick to him? He fumbles around with the rose in his hand, and his eyes stay shyly focused on the ground. I love flowers. This little shop is the only one nearby, so I come here a lot to see what's new, what new bouquets they have made, and if they have any on sale. I'll admit that sometimes I get a glimpse of you through the windows of the diner that you work at, and lately I've been meaning to walk in and finally say hi, but I lose my nerves and stay out. I guess that's not too bad. Maybe I am overreacting. I guess that's understandable. I mutter. It's difficult for me to notice people, and I'm walking the same path almost every day. Like a mindless robot. I guess I can't really judge him for my lack of awareness. Look, I have to get going, I say, breaking the silence between the two of us. He clears his throat to muster up his courage. As he steps closer, hesitates on the question for a brief moment, and then finally speaks. I know you have no interest in me, and I get that, but can I at least see you again? Not on a date or anything, but just to hang out? I feel as though we got off to a bad start. Why? I don't even know your name. My name? It's a joke, really. What's before a nickname? Well, unfortunately, we're going to play you a little bit. Do it like this. He must have a really horrible name. Oh. Excuse me. Really horrible parents that he wants to dissociate with. Taking this moment, I figure there was no real harm in making a nickname for him. After all, it would be easier for me to remember. Well, how about... I usually do call him Rose. How about Rose? He seemed pleased with what I came up with, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. Yeah, that's much better, honestly. Thank you. I look outside the window and see that the sun is getting low in the sky. Well, it's getting dark. I had better get going home. It was nice to meet you, Rose. I turn to leave the shop. Hey, wait! Rose calls out to me. I see him smiling sheepishly. Can I at least walk you home? I suppose. He tries to keep a cool composure as I accept his offer. But I can see in his eyes that he is struggling not to bounce all over the walls. I know that he still has a thing for me, but this time around he wasn't pushing it and was instead respecting my not wanting to date. He glances at the rose still in his hands and then holds it out to me. My mind goes blank for a second before I find myself nodding. Thanks. You don't have to, though. No, I insist. He smiles and walks me to the cashier. He pulls out a wallet and thumbs through some small bills, while the florist wraps the rose and places it in a stark white box. With the rose purchased, he hands the box to me. Shall we get going? Yeah, let's. I leave the store with him, and together we walk to my apartment. Oh, this is a new scene. Haven't seen this before. The walk is surprisingly nice, and the two of us go back and forth in conversation. Rose, surprisingly, did most of the talking. He kept going on about his job as a product tester and how most of the products were cheap junk. Once we arrive at my apartment, Rose looks down at me and tucks his hands into his pockets. Well, home sweet home. He grins shyly. We stand in the hallway, neither of us knowing exactly what to say. I start hearing faint sounds of my roommate and their study partner messing around inside. Rose hears them too, and his eyes get a bit wide. I cringe over the sounds, and the mental images of the two on the kitchen countertop flashes in my mind. Rose was avoiding eye contact, and his cheeks were getting flushed. He was imagining the same thing too. I never felt so embarrassed. More or less. I mutter, hesitant to open the door in front of him. Understanding my reluctance to go inside, both from my promiscuous roommate and my insecurity of having a total stranger outside my apartment, he stepped away to give me a little space. Well, I better get going, and then when did you want to meet up? I mean, when you get the time. I think for a minute. Shit, I work all day this week, not a single day off to my name. I don't know. Tomorrow is a slow day since it's Sunday. You can come over if you'd like. It's that small mom and pop diner by the record store. Having me pose as a customer to extend your break time. Devious. I like it. He flashes a weary smile before turning and walking down the hall. I'll be there around noon then. He looks over his shoulder, smiles and waves as he saunters farther down the hallway and towards the exit. Everything was quiet at my apartment except for the rummaging sounds of my roommate's study partner in the kitchen. I shield my eyes and I walk past. They have a habit of walking around naked after those study sessions, and I don't even want to see if they were just this time. I don't bother with the light. It's dark as fuck. Fall face first onto the bed. What's he doing, Biscuit? Okay. And now we're staring at the ceiling. It was a rather eventful day. I got a little quiet time and I even made a new acquaintance despite how we got off on the wrong foot at first. Too tired to get up and find a vase full of glass for the rose, I rested on my nightstand. I don't bother getting undressed, and I pulled the blankets over myself all over and let myself drift off to sleep. End of day 1, let's go. Ugh. Tired, sleep deprived. I'm a mess. 9:12 a.m. Oh my god, I'm late for work. Finally dressed, I rushed out of my bedroom, making my way into the kitchen section where I normally put my work keys.
Hey, looks like someone's in a hurry.
Holy shit, Lucy! Jeez! Startled from the sudden voice, I turn around and look over towards my roommate, who looks just as surprised as I am. Whoa, chill, my dude. What's got you all jumpy this early in the morning? For a moment, I'm surprised she's not even irritated that I called her by name. She'd only allow it with people she trusts. I then shake my head, focusing back on my predicament. I'm late for work, so I gotta bolt out before I lose my job. I frantically try to explain as I grab my keys from the kitchen counter and start to hurry my way towards the front door. So, no coffee then? She makes her way to the coffee machine to turn it off. As much as I have many issues with my roommate's lifestyle, lack of a job, and always leaving me with the rent, at least he keeps the place clean and makes coffee for me every morning. I guess it's these little gestures that hold me back from looking for a new place and a new roommate. No, not today. Thanks though! I enter before taking my leave, not entirely closing the door behind me as I bolt my way down the stairs and out the apartment. Great way to start a new day. Ugh, at least I'll be seeing Rose today, so that's something on the upside. Sorry, I've got some allergies. I'm a little snuffly today. It's a Sunday. There's usually hardly any customers on Sunday mornings. Doesn't excuse my tottiness. Rushing through the front doors of the diner, I dash into the kitchen and grab my apron off the coat hanger along the far end of the wall. The aprons seem to be the only place where the grease stains don't get all over me. Fumbling to tie the apron on. Wait a second, I'm already clocked in! Why does it look like that? Who could have? My attention snaps towards the sound of approaching footsteps. Whoever it is, they're not trying to be discreet as they carry a clanking stack of dirty dishes back from the table.
There you are. Where have you been? I've been covering your shift for the past 45 minutes without the boss even knowing you're not here.
TK rushes by me as they gently place the dishes into the sink of soapy hot water. Wiping their hands, TK sighs loud enough to make sure that I hear it. They're like this all the time though, always acting like they're the big sibling to everyone and keeping things in one piece. I huff as I try to think of an excuse that doesn't sound as pathetic as my alarm didn't go off. But the truth is all I have, so I try to downplay the issues. I don't get why you're making such a fuss. We're pretty much dead on Sunday morning. You clearly weren't paying attention when you came barging in. DK wipes her hand under her apron before gesturing for me to look out through the service window. Packed! With old people. Are you kidding me? So many old people! Let's keep that quiet. A bus came through, blah blah blah, and out I go. Rough to say the least, blah blah blah. Then patience, smooth things out with a smile. An IOU. Blah blah blah. I think we all know how service is. I've never done food service before, but I do work as a cashier in a grocery store, well, general store, and it's kind of the same thing. Let's see. At least these are the kind of customers that mind their own business. Yes. Good people. Good, decent people. Long sigh. Ahem. I know you want to get off your feet, but you missed the table. TK sneaks over at my side, giving me a gentle nudge before pointing back out to the dining table area. I roll my exhausted eyes and look over towards them. Can't you do it? I don't feel like having someone hurl oatmeal on me again! I would, but you owe me for covering your tables for an hour. Damn it, they had a point. With a groan, I lean myself off the wall, try to straighten my posture, and stumble back out. Who could it possibly be? A voice chimes in. Hey there, stranger. How long have you been there? I realized that the booth he's sitting in had no sign of anyone else sitting there. Wait, how long have you been here? A while now. I don't like harassing locals. You guys put up with enough as it is. He mutters as he folds a napkin into what seems to be a paper crane. Oh, that's cute. That, and I figured you'd like a break and let me buy you lunch. Well, that does sound alright. I could get away from this place for a bit. Fine, but not here. I'd like to get something from a street vendor instead. The man beams as he gets up from his seat, almost with a leap in his step. Of course, what did you have in mind? Whatever they're selling, duh, this doesn't count as a date, by the way. All he does is nod, walking over towards the door and holding them open for me. Taking off the apron and hang it up on the nearby coat rack and call out to TK. I'm going on break, continue without me. Don't wait for their answer as we leave. I ditched them. Oh, that guy has a ferret. That's cute. Despite it being a Sunday, a lot of businesses are still open and lively. However, street vendors take the time to not kill one another in competition, more like they're buying goods from one another. Rose is still beaming as we walk down the street, like he just won the lottery or something. He waits patiently for me to decide what vendor to go to. So, what do you feel like having? I want to try something to see how he handles a little bit of crazy. Actually, none of these. I want to grab something from my place instead. The stupid smile on his face fades, but not entirely. Sure? But seriously, I don't mind paying for lunch, you know. I know, but my place has food less likely to kill me. Ha! Point taken. He extends his elbow in hopes that I'd hook it with mine. Shall we? Oh my fucking god. Rolling my eyes, I walk past him. Come on, my apartment is this way. Rose drops his elbow and follows behind me in silence. I rummage for my keys outside of my apartment door. I take a sharp glance towards Rose, who stands with a blank expression on his face, taking in the bland decor of the hallway. Anything would impress him, wouldn't it? Mika, there you are! Jesus! I yelp, completely taken off guard by the landlord standing behind me. Rose instantly becomes defensive as he positions himself between me and the landlord. Excuse you, you can't just sneak up behind people like that. The old man unapologetically crosses his arms as he continues. The other half of your rent is due today. Judging by his expression, his day's just as exhausting as mine. Fine, I'll talk to Lucy about it again. I mumble as I finally find the key to the door and try to get inside to avoid another lecture. Actually, I prefer if I came inside to talk to her about it right now. It wasn't a request. Alright, come on in. I allowed the landlord to come in first. He's already scanning the area of my living space, probably to see any damage or mess he could charge us extra for. There's an unsettling silence between the both of us as he continues to look around the place.
She's not here, is she?
I guess not. Lucy is naturally loud, and when she's smoking things in here that would get us kicked out in a heartbeat. Thankfully, we normally blame it on scented candles. The older man groans and pinches the bridge of his nose. I can't keep doing this, and you certainly can't keep up their end of the rent. Listen, you're clearly the more responsible one. She's broken her agreement one too many times. She has to go. I can't pay for this place by myself. I can barely take care of my end as it is. Well, you don't have to. What do you mean? Do you have someone in mind? I ask without thinking as I'm currently panicking about the possibility that I might need to leave as well. Of course, it's me, Rose announces, stepping closer to nuzzle me. I guess so? Honestly, this is so far out of left field that I have no idea how to respond. If I don't agree, then it might be my own ass sitting on the front of the curb right next to Lucy's. The landlord rolls his eyes before walking to the front door. Fine, have Lucy meet up with me the next time you see her. I'll give you a call when I'm ready to stop moving your boyfriend in. Saying this, he closes the door, leaving both of us alone. That's new dialogue, I think. There's an awkward pause between Rose and me. He pulls his arm from mine and gently takes my hand into his. Do you mean it, though? I know you say what you need to show him off, but if you're serious about your offer, I'd love to start moving in whenever you're ready. Listen, it's nothing serious, alright? I just need a route and someone to pay their share around here. You think you can do that? Rose smiles, his lips curling to show those fangs I didn't notice before. You can use me as a footstool for all I care. All that matters is that I'm with you, Mika. That's rather dedicated stuff right there. I kind of feel bad for treating him badly yesterday. Or at least he's fully aware and doesn't mind, so there's no need to sugarcoat anything. Alright, I don't need a footstool though, just someone to pay their end of the rent funds. What do you even do for a living? Me? Yeah, he's a... Jesus. Does she have brain damage? He told her yesterday. Sometimes companies pay me to test them out, other times I am simply paid to do videos, testing and posting them on social media. Wow, you seem set. Enough to live on my own, so I can easily take care of the rent for you. Hell, you can even quit your job if you'd like. Oh god, that's tempting. So very tempting. I'll need time to think about it. I mutter, noticing that I might need to inform TK about the possible changes coming up. Oh crap, I gotta head back to work. I took way too long of a break. Listen, if Lucy comes back, kick her towards the landlord's direction. He'll take care of her. Oh, of course, yes, but what about your lunch? Just order something for dinner tonight and we'll call it even, alright? Cool, later. I don't wait for a reply as I bolt out the door and hurry back to work. Jesus. God, what an exhausting day. Things get twice as busy when I get back. TK is furious with how I suddenly took off. At least they're forgiving. I don't have to hard to tell them I'm probably quitting. I'll just have to wait and see how well this guy holds up with everything. Lucy hasn't come back yet. Odd, she's normally home at a reasonable time. Well, normal by her standards anyway. Guess I shouldn't be surprised that she isn't back yet. Closing and locking the door behind me, I don't bother turning on the lights as I shuffle my way to my room in the dark. Opening the door to my room, I reach over and flip on the light switch. Who keeps opening this? Oh. Ah, damn it. Did Lucy forget to even pay our utility bill, too? Setting my things down on my bed, I feel my way out of my room, looking around the inky void before me. I think we have some candles placed somewhere? What? Who did I bump into? Lucy, is that you? Whoever it is, they stay quiet. The landlord, are you in here? I whisper again. My heart races faster as the silence only grows. And I have been knocked out. Someone wraps their arms around me and I feel something like a wet cloth covering my mouth and nose. I try to break free, but they don't loosen their grip. Oh god, I'm starting to feel drowsy and weak. Down I go. Who is doing this? Why?
I'll see you tomorrow, darling.
Yep. What? Ugh. And day 2 over. On to day 3. Ah! What? I'm back in my room. Ugh, my head is pounding. What happened last night? That gets me every fucking time. Oh god, that's right. I wasn't alone. The one who attacked me, his voice was just like... What the fuck? Why did he do that? That dick-choking son of a... Who could that be? Ugh, it's probably Rose. I guess the landlord didn't give him the keys to the place yet. Part of me hopes it's Rose. I don't know if I'll give him a black eye or just strangle him. I'm coming! Jesus! Quickly making my way towards the door, I take in a deep breath and look through the peephole. Oh. Sorry about that, I thought you were someone else. Paranoid enough not to answer the door, huh? No, just not eager to get visitors. The landlord doesn't seem to acknowledge my answer as he crosses his arms and continues. I had a word with Lucy about the termination of her contract. She didn't take it well. Yeah, I can imagine. The landlord seems a little uneasy as he continues. She tried to convince me to at least keep her for another week, saying that she recently got a job somewhere and will pay you back for all the times you covered her. Wait, she did? Yeah, anyway. Long story short, she'll be by later today to stop packing her things. So I suggest you make yourself busy. She's pretty pissed about all of this. Well, she should have gotten this job sooner instead of bumming off of me for 3 months straight. Getting a job these days is harder than it used to be, kid. Anyway, if she needs some boxes, have her come to my office. I think I've got a few to spare. Great, will do. I mutter. Well, I need to shower and get ready for work. Saying this, I slowly start to close the door, hinting to my landlord that this conversation is over. One last thing. He interrupts as he places his hand on the door, preventing me from closing it any farther. Do you happen to have a third person living here that I should know about? No, but I do happen to not have the desire to be late for work again. Careful, kid. He sneered behind clenched teeth. I can just as easily kick you out, too. Ugh, I don't want to go in at all today. I think I'll take my time getting dressed. Maybe a long shower. Ew, an ambulance. What happened here? I ask myself, noticing a small crowd of people surrounding the area. Does this mean I'm getting the day off? That'd be swell!
Oh, there you are! I've been looking everywhere for you!
Oh god, you had me worried sick. Are you alright? What did they say? If they blame this on you, I swear to God, I'll We need to have a talk. I say in a phone tone. A talk? He asks with confusion, like you don't fucking know. Why? What did I do? You know damn well what you did. I say, tugging on his coat and guiding Rose over across the street in Neon Alley, finally letting go and glaring at him. You knocked me out last night. Why? Rose looks surprised at this, not knowing how to respond at first, as he tries to mouth out some kind of excuse. Me? I didn't knock you out. I was back at my place after you went back to work yesterday. So on my mom's grave, if she was dead. So it would be nice if she was. I cross my arms, showing that I'm not buying this bullshit excuse. You fucking twat, you knocked me out when the whole place went black, and I am not happy about it. Rose doesn't seem to Jesus Christ. Rose doesn't attempt to lie any farther as his shoulder slouts eyes to the ground. Sorry, I don't want you freaking out that I was there, so I panicked. You are practically living there now, and you just happened to carry chloroform on you whenever you came over? Yes. Jesus, what's wrong with you? Okay, we all know this conversation. What? Oh, Mika, blah, blah, blah. I love you. I love you. I love you. The moment I saw you. So instead, I followed you. I'm a weirdo.
God, I could fuck you against...
Nope. Hey now, slow down. This was too work. He's got to know to follow my lead. I try to pull him off, but he makes a soft moan at my tusks. I just want to do some wonderful, awful things to your body. Can you blame me? I don't know what I'm more disgusted with, the confessions of his stalker-like behavior and what he's done to me in my sleep, or the realization that I find these actions arousing. Look, nothing serious is going on between us. You just happen to meet some of my needs, okay? Rose smiles. Not what I was expecting. Excuse me. But the lack of negative reaction is scary. You don't think I know that. I know you're just using me. But I'd gladly be a doormat for you if it means I can feel your heels digging into my back. Fucking weirdo. My body shivers upon hearing these words. Never before have I encountered someone who was so willing to be dragged through the dirt without hesitation. Not even DK was this willing. I'll be over later tonight, darling. He kisses the top of my head and turns away to leave. I take a moment to mull over what just happened. A strange mixture of emotions are brewing inside me, ones I'm not fully sure how to process. My phone vibrates in my pocket. I check to see the caller ID. It's TK. There's too much on my mind to try and converse with them today. Maybe if I keep the conversation short, they won't notice anything crazy is going on. They're pretty perceptive when it comes to me. Clearing my throat, I hope my confidence will deter them from digging deeper. What? I snapped. TK doesn't catch my pitchy tone as they continued, not even phased, damn it. Hey Mika, work is cancelled. Apparently someone broke into the diner overnight, but I'm not getting much else from the cops. I figured I'd give you a heads up in case you were running late again. Gee, thanks for the confidence. I feel like a valued coworker. I don't know why someone would want to break into that shithole, but I don't really care either. I'm happy to get a day off. I just hang up on TK. Hopefully they'll back off and leave me alone. If not, I'll just ghost them. I stuff my phone into my pocket and start heading back to my apartment. Can't wait just to fall into bed. I open the door and to see Lucy lounging on the couch. Typical. Toss my key onto the counter and shut the door. Lucy stirs, grumbling and rubbing her eyes. Can't be quite. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Not my fault you have a hangover. It's like it's not a meanie manager's problem that you don't have a job. Lucy glared and sat up. Full of piss and vinegar today, are we? Why are you back so early? Breaking at the diner, fuck knows why anyone would want to break into that hellhole. But here I am, which means I won't be able to work until further notice. Lucy just stared at me blankly. That's sucky. What are you gonna do? First things first, you need to pack your things. Lucy's expressing went from really depressed in 0 to 60. Why? Can't wait to see me on the streets? The way you behave, it's the only home you deserve, you fucking hoe. I can't believe I was stupid enough to think you were looking for work instead of getting wasted and fucking anything that moves. Lucy jumped to her feet. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't think I've been beating myself up every day feeling like a goddamn failure for not being able to find anywhere that hire me? You think I like not having 100 to my name? That every night I don't hear my fucking dad's voice in my head? You left me no choice! I had to work my ass off to keep the heat off you. You should be more grateful for my sacrifices. Lucy just gives me an irritated huff. I see I'm not appreciated here. I can take a hint. She snatches her coat and storms out of the apartment. She slams the door and I can hear her angrily stomping down the stairwell. She's so fucking selfish. It's not all about her. Pissed off, I sit on the couch. She'll be back eventually for her things. Maybe I should just throw her shit out on the street. Ah, I'm not in the mood for company. Maybe if I stay quiet, they'll assume no one's here. Oh, for hell's sake. Lifting my head up, I get up on my feet and someone who had the nerve to just walk in. I don't like being ignored, kid. But, you can't just walk into other people's apartments like that. You gave me a heart attack. You need a heart attack to have. You need a heart to have that. Besides, I own this place. You're just renting the space out. It probably wasn't a good idea to argue with the landlord of all people. What do you want? I muttered. This is the second time he's bothered me today. Well, besides the fact that someone recently got murdered at your work, and how Lucy stormed off the way she did, I figured I might check in and see what the hell is going on with you. Who died? TK called me, Lucy was just here, and now Dawn is here. Who fucking died? Wait, what? There was no murder? The landlord looked at me with a pinch of confusing, though probably not surprised. I take it you don't like your job enough to pay attention, huh? I work in food services. What's there to like? Fair enough, but yeah, someone was found in the freezer and was stabbed a few times. They thought it was a break-in at first, but no such luck. Jeez, really? Maybe it was a robbery gone wrong. Doubt it. Nothing was stolen. Wow, that's weird. Do you know who it was? No. My kid knows better than to give that information out early. Your kid? Is he a journalist? A police officer. He was the first to show up at the diner this morning, but you're doing alright in terms of what happened at work. It's a day off. That's long overdue, so I'm not distraught or anything over it. Seems kinda harsh, don't you think? What seems harsh? Looking behind the landlord, I see Rose sticking his head into the doorway, looking curious about the conversation as he walks in. Oh, hey Rose, I muttered. Is everything alright? He asked, walking up to me and taking my hand. Excuse me, Mika and I were talking. I know, and now Mika and I are talking. I could see that the landlord was starting to get tensed, his posture straightened as though to look down on Rose even more. I don't need these two doing a cock-off right now. Let's talk about this later, so I say in a somewhat softer tone, knowing that snapping at him will only make things worse. How about I stop by tomorrow? We can finish up another time. He stood there for a moment, looking between Rose and I before letting out a huff from his lungs. Alright, tomorrow. And tell your stick figure of a date here to mind his mouth, or I'm gonna leave you looking for another roommate. He'll mind his manners, won't you? I nudged Rose while saying things, hinting the tall man to be careful about how he treats the landlord. The landlord can take a knife to the back, but he won't take a back talk from anyone. Anything for you, darling. He cooed, taking my hand and nuzzling his cheek against mine. What a look. As I turned my attention towards the landlord, the man had already taken his leave. I only caught a glimpse of a scowl towards Rose as he left. I needed a break, I swear. With a deep sigh, I stumbled my way to the sofa and sat myself down, wanting nothing more than to take a nap. Rose comes over and sits down next to me, giving me a weak smile. This place is bringing you down, darling. Why not stay with me for tonight? Help get your mind off things. Yeah, I suppose so. Saves me from having to see Lucy again later. I never actually saw your place. Darling, trust me, the moment you see it, you won't want to leave it. And if you try, I'll just have to tie you down and make you stay. Are you joking? You want to find out? Sure. I say with a hesitating tone. I have a gut feeling that this is a bad idea, but after everything that's happened today, I needed a distraction. Smoke goes on his face as he stands up, extending his hands to mine. And extending his hand to me and helping me up off the mattress. We were on the couch! So bold, I like it. I just roll my eyes as the man takes my hand and leads me out of my apartment and outside. It's the child snatching van. Yeah, opens the door. Such a polite young man. Sight isn't too bad. He keeps it decently clean with the cliché collection of scented pine trees on the rearview mirror and an ashtray filled with various chains. Buckle up, it's gonna be a long ride. How far? About 3 hours. 3 hours? I live rather far away from here, just as I like it, but oh, so far away from you, though. That's okay. The gas money is worth seeing you every day. Jeez, that's kind of pathetic. Oh, I'm aware, but do I look like the kind of guy who has any self-esteem? What's this? I like it how immediately she's just rummaging through shit. Like, I didn't even do that to my boyfriend's car. Like, I didn't touch shit that I didn't bring into that Jeep. Rose doesn't respond, simply reaching over to close the glove box back up. It's not important, he bluntly says. Wait, was it you? Was what me? Someone was killed at the dino today. Was it you? Answer me! Yes, he had it coming though. Oh my god, he's a fucking lunatic. Why is this a shock? After what happened the night before and in the alleyway, why is this such a shock? Why? You still don't get it. If I'm willing to drive 3 hours to see you every day, what makes you think I wouldn't kill for you either? I watched you struggle with the rest yesterday, mapped out the faces of those who yelled at you, threatened you, threw food at you, for the pettiest of reasons. I followed the worst of all, made sure they were local. He cried like a bitch as I dragged him into the dino, reminded him of how he hurt you, how he didn't even deserve to live on this same lump of dirt as you. Rose gives a sinister grin as he reminisces with absolute pleasure. Ah, the fear in his eyes was beautiful. Getting rid of such filth for you is a sensation that I will never grow bored of. I honestly wish you were there to see it, darling. Get the knife. I think he just smacked me in the window again.
Go ahead and sleep for the rest of the trip. We'll be home soon.
Lovely. Yeah, I clicked off. Okay, so that was day 3. As per usual, I will film day 4. It won't be posted yet, but I will be filming it. I think we got some new dialogue, some new scenes in that, so that was fun. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, so thank you so much for watching. And if you liked the video and would like to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. So thank you, and goodbye.